Here we have FoxyGrampa and Zefty at winner semis. Judging by earlier results in the tournament, both of these players are pretty good. Zefty got a huge win against, as you guys see earlier in the day. FoxyGrampa, with obviously his skillful pack played earlier, he did some very interesting combos, so we'll see what he'll pull up this time. With that, most players are getting ready for a match, and we'll see how things turn out. 3, 2, 1, Pokemon Stadium. We'll see how things are looking so far. FoxyGrampa doing a nice start already. Nothing really good. We'll see how things turn out for both characters after all, though. The last match, we had Cadets, and I do believe, yes, Cadets, Zelda. The first few matches, it was totally Zeke's favor by Cadets. He just totally changed to a different player. Let's see this against FoxyGrampa and Zefty. Zefty has shown to be a very effective player. FoxyGrampa has shown that he has endless antics with Pacman. It's truly amazing, but with that wonderful key punish right there, we'll see what Pacman will do next with that 121% to use against Zelda. It seems like Zelda's at an advantage right now. That was an interesting blockade for the Bell. Zelda tried to follow up with that dancing on Ganon. Tried to do a follow up also with that up. Sadly, that just did not happen. And that was a very interesting trio right there between Zefty and FoxyGrampa. Now both players are still at its game. FoxyGrampa still at a I guess it's not rather sense. We'll see that any forward air or back air sweet spot would definitely kill against that percent. Zelda is a very deadly character. The fact that, despite the fact that how light she is, how agile she is, she's still got all these really great abilities. There's just so many of them, and it sort of just becomes a little bit unexpected. So we'll see how things turn out for Zefty against Pacman. That was very dangerous against Zefty. Interesting one of the things that's going on right here in that final game. With that, Zefty realizing what FoxyGrampa is trying to do. Zefty is pulling out just a lot of uppies. Zefty likes to use uppy in Jim, and judging by how often it is used, you see players adapt to it, but at the end, he still finds out a way what to do with those. We'll see if Zefty will take any of the songs during the set with uppy. Get that bit of a fire hydrant pressure. FoxyGrampa is just doing very well pressuring against Zelda in general. Here we got the Cantaloupe, double hits by the Cantaloupe, that is absolutely wonderful. We got the Bell, let's see what FoxyGrampa do. Forward smash, already taking the second stock. FoxyGrampa with the 2 stocks lead, that is pretty good if I do say so myself. We'll see what happens next. Wonderful combo, 43%, and Zefty as Sting! That was very unfortunate. That might have been intentional, that was pretty intense towards Zefty. FoxyGrampa showing what he does best. FoxyGrampa is just, he is such a solid player, honestly, in general. It's pretty good. He's pretty good. We'll see what happens next. I was not looking. I do believe Smashville was picked. Very interesting stage. We'll see if Zefty's going to switch. I'd be interested if he doesn't try Zelda, because Zelda is just like his main character, honestly. Well, that's where my mains come from. So we'll see what happens next. Okay, pretty good. Now already with that dash attack, 2 dash attacks, that might have been accidental. Hydrant going off the stage right there with that up tilt into Nair. Very wonderful, very, very nice lead up with Zefty. Already at 70%, we'll see what happens next. Okay, alrighty, FoxyGrampa getting a grip onto the matchup so far. Alrighty, pretty good, pretty wonderful. That was a wonderful forward air punish towards FoxyGrampa. We'll see what other pockets Zelda has in her categories. So here, oh man, Zefty's trying to cover all the options with the Phantom Ganondorf. With it being lashed out and with that up air into the air, where players will jump towards when they do a regular jump get up. Let's see here, back air? None. There was a forward air. Let's see how this goes out. FoxyGrampa realizes that how easy it is Zelda could kill if given the opportunity, but FoxyGrampa taking the first stock just like that. That was a very nice play towards him. We'll see what happens next. We'll see that Zefty try to get it down in right there. FoxyGrampa just being a little bit relentless right there. Zefty totally could have gotten a kill right there, but it wasn't really worth it. We'll see what happens next though. Zefty trying to get the F smash. Oh, totally shield pokes it with the hydrant. It took the taunt! That was crazy. We'll see what happens next after that taunt. We saw from earlier with Yoshi's Sword taunt to get bodied. Let's see if that'll be the same case for Zefty. With that, we have a Dense Fire approaching. Didn't really work out too well, but we have FoxyGrampa with the key. He's got to throw it out. Now he will. Just wonderful follow-ups, one after the other. It's very impressive play by both players. FoxyGrampa just seems to be doing just a little bit better though. With Nehru's Love, he tried to reflect it, but honestly not much came out of it. It's also interesting though, because Zelda is using Phantom Ganon as a bit of a shield sometimes, but a bit of a weird recovery towards FoxyGrampa. We'll see what happens. Nice up smash with Zefty using it, but sadly Zefty has been launched across stage with the end, that's the Fire Hydrant. Trade off with the Dense Fire. Was it worth it? I'm not sure, but Zefty totally lost his saw, and FoxyGrampa is on his way to potentially winning the set. 3 F smashes with Zelda. Not sure if it was a really terrible idea, but potential gift? That is sadly not the case. Interesting hitbox for Zefty's up smash right there. And that was very smart by Zefty. Huge IQ plays if I do say so myself. We'll see what happens next so far with Pacman absolutely lashing out against Zelda. Zelda trying to pull off a Nehru's Love to Reflective, but sadly that wasn't the case. Zefty trying to pull out the Phantom Ganon one last time. We'll see what happens next. Up tilt to up air, very nice. Let's see what happens to that Fire Hydrant. Fire Hydrant gets absolutely slapped. Oh, it ends up hitting FoxyGrampa, and FoxyGrampa ends up losing that stock to the Phantom Ganon. That was a very nice follow-up by Zefty. He just put a lot of pressure towards Pacman. That's typically a hard thing to do towards Pacman, because he's typically the one pulling out all the pressure with his projectiles. Well, that will go right to the next match and see how all things will turn out with Zefty versus FoxyGrampa. Both players just looking stylish, honestly. That's what I'll say. They look stylish. But they're using their mains once more again. Honestly, they're both great at those characters. But here we are at Smashville one more time. With that, we got FoxyGrampa already almost getting the kill right there. That would have been very hilarious, but very unfortunate for Zefty. But luckily that wasn't the case, so both players are out of a neutral position right now at a very, very equal percent, but Zefty tried to get a forward air punish right there with the sweet spot that sadly was the case. Oh man, that was a very, very close one for FoxyGrampa and Zefty doing a bit of a pressure right there with a Hydrant and Phantom Ganon. That's very smart by both players, but we'll see right here that Zelda missed her grab twice. Zefty has this, he appears to be using multiple moves at once, but he has a very strong feeling in his head that it's going to work eventually. So I don't really blame him too much trying to grab twice. He did the force smash 3 times early in the match, so there's that. Zelda has Pacman's projectiles. Very interesting reflection right there. Seems like Zelda was trying to use Phantom Ganon and trying to make a comeback with the cantaloupe right there. Pacman has the Blink Floor, and now we got the up smash taken by that first stock. FoxyGrampa already doing a bit of a lead right now, so we'll see how things turn out for both players. And with that, we see that Zelda getting a sweet spot forward air. I think it's another one at that part of the stage. She's gonna kill, and Zefty attempts another one, but sadly it wasn't the case. But he got a sweet spot with the up B. Very good play so far. We'll see what happens next with Zefty. Very, very nice back air sweet spot with Zelda. Both players are at 0%. That was a very nice mix up by FoxyGrampa. Let's see how things turn out. FoxyGrampa trying to tip that combo one more time. Zefty with the stage spike. Managed to survive it though. Mostly because she's at a low percent, honestly. But some shield pressure against Zelda right there with that Galaga. Did not go there. Hydrant punch just a little bit. Oh, that was a very interesting Hydrant bouncing around right there. Should have hit FoxyGrampa since Zelda reflected it. It's very interesting. But with that, we see that Zefty is trying his best to make a dent towards FoxyGrampa. So right here, the FoxyGrampa has been pretty good with his dodges throughout the sets. Pretty shocking. But Zefty knows for a fact that these forward and back airs would kill, so that's why he keeps going with it. And Zelda, she could definitely be punished with them, but Zefty will set up to where he will not get punished towards Pacman. Very smart play, honestly. With that, Zelda now has the stock lead, and a very nice parry by Zefty, but sadly it just did not work out in the end. With that, FoxyGrampa got another stock lead against Zelda, and Zelda will now try to punish back. Both players at a pretty even stance so far. the Phantom Ganon had a bit of a delay right there hitting the Galaga. We'll see what happens next. FoxyGrampa trying to launch that Hydra across the stage, but not anyone. That's obviously obvious. And here we have a back air going against Pacman. Oh man. Oh man, this is looking just a little bit scary. Okay then. Pacman's just a very hard character to gam because of his trampoline. But with that, we got a forward air punish with Zefty once more. Zefty taking that match one last time. Zefty is at 2 against 1 with FoxyGrampa. Zefty wins this next one. He is up for him in the bracket. He could definitely pure. I think it's also in the semis. Let me check the bracket one last time while these players are getting set up. It's right here. Yeah, it would actually be the semifinals for Zefty. And then there'll be the grand finals and so on and so forth. But with that, we'll see how these players will do. Pacman and Zelda once more, obvious. And we'll see how things will turn out for both of them. Oh, good old Battlefield. See how things turn out with both characters. Alright, with that, Apple, bit of just a random move to use in the big match. It's just one of those things that, you know, it just works. With Pacman already at 59%, all these matches showed a point to where one character just suffers a lot of percent in general, but it's been a little bit traumatized. Zefty already taking that stock. It wasn't even 20 seconds. Split Den's fire. You don't see that often. You just simply don't. For that, you get Pacman trying to do a combo right there. We'll see if Zefty can keep up the momentum right now, because it's really not looking like the case. FoxyGrampa realizes that was definitely a huge error on his part, so he's trying to make sure to get a comeback as quick and simply and efficiently as possible. We'll see how productive FoxyGrampa will be, because he really does have to increase productivity considering the fact that Zefty gets one more win and is up to losers for FoxyGrampa. Sure, it's not of the tournaments, but honestly, a lot of people would rather not be the losers. Well, that Zelda is definitely getting close to losing her third stock. We'll see how that turns out for her, and with that, we got a bit of an up air punish with the bell. Pacman, just a very interesting character in general. But we'll see how things turn out. Pacman dash hitting all over the place, and Pacman doing a back throw. Almost killed, not quite, but we got a fire hydrant punish, strawberry punish, and then Zefty trying to do some upbeat moves right there. Sadly, they didn't really lead into anything. But here we got a back air punish from Pacman. Looking very well, very well for Pacman. It seems like just a back throw, not a back throw back air, such a powerful move by Pacman. It's 2 for Zefty and 1 for FoxyGrampa. Sorry about that, a little silence right there. Here we got FoxyGrampa doing a bit of a up air against Zefty. We'll see how things turn out next for both players. Once again, Zefty, if he gets this game, it's absolutely a win for her. Not her. It's up to Sydney's for him. And we'll see what happens next for both players. But with that, okay, both players just kind of duking it out right here. See how things work. Back air with Zefty. Zefty has realized that back air is such a solid option towards FoxyGrampa. It can also help with the fact that FoxyGrampa is using a round character. They typically are prone to getting comboed because of all the rounds. Honestly, what do you expect? Zefty with that punish, trying his best. Let's see if FoxyGrampa could tech. He did not tech, but the spike was just angled just right so where he wouldn't really get punished that much for it. But here we got a very interesting, with that super armor, sadly couldn't make a budge towards FoxyGrampa. Zefty almost taking the set right now, but FoxyGrampa, he has shown what he has done. We can definitely see what will go next. That's very interesting lead up. Here we got the key punish. That was absolutely beautiful by FoxyGrampa. We'll see what will happen next with both players. Flagged with the F smash. It's any forward air move, possibly even that F smash taking the stock, and that Zefty takes that game 3-1 against FoxyGrampa. Games both players though. Both players, they never ever fail to impress me. They're just absolutely wonderful. And with that, we will go right to the next game.